Chapter 4. Lord Kalki's teachings to the King Visakhayupa. In the Grand Royal Assembly, Lord Kalki, the personification of Dharma, sat like a radiant sun, illuminating the hall with his divine presence. As the king and the gathered nobles listened with rapt attention, the Supreme Lord began to expound on the eternal principles of righteousness. He declared that when the final dissolution of the universe occurs, everything, including even the mighty Lord Brahma, would merge back into him. In the beginning, before creation unfolded, only he existed, and from him emanated all living beings and elements. He described how after the long cosmic night, he manifested his Virat-Rupa, his universal form, which contained thousands of heads, eyes, and legs. From the mouth of this immense form emerged Brahma, who was empowered to create life and speak the four Vedas. Acting under his divine command, Brahma shaped the world, bringing forth the progenitors, Manus, demigods, and humans. Though all beings were but fragments of the Supreme Lord, they engaged in various activities under the influence of Maya and the three modes of nature. As Kalki spoke, the assembly marveled at the profundity of his words, realizing that all existence was merely a play of his divine will. The role of Brahmanas in society. Lord Kalki then turned his discourse towards the importance of the Brahmanas, who were considered the very limbs of his cosmic body. He emphasized that the Brahmanas, through their austerities, sacrifices, and devotion, upheld the principles of Dharma and ensured the proper functioning of the universe. Their words, infused with the authority of the Vedas, were to be regarded with the highest reverence, for it was through them that Vedic knowledge spread across the world. The sacred thread worn by the Brahmanas, he explained, was not merely an ornament but a symbol of their commitment to spiritual life. It was to be prepared carefully, consisting of 6 circles of thread, and worn according to the Vedic injunctions. Marking one's forehead with tilaka, made of sacred clay, ash, or sandalwood, was another vital aspect of devotion, for the very presence of tilaka on the body of a Brahmana was said to free onlookers from sin. As Kalki spoke, he folded his hands in reverence and declared that he himself paid obeisance to the Brahmanas, for they were the torchbearers of divine wisdom and the foundation of religious principles. The arrival of sage Sukha and the description of Samala. As the evening descended, a luminous figure approached the assembly, sage Sukha, the blessed son of Vyasa and a devotee of Lord Shiva. He had been wandering at will, free from worldly attachments, and now, standing before Lord Kalki, he offered his obeisances with folded hands. The Supreme Lord, smiling warmly, welcomed him and inquired about his travels. In response, Sukha spoke with great enthusiasm about a distant and wondrous land, the island of Samala, surrounded by the vast ocean. Samala, he said, was a land of unparalleled beauty, adorned with splendid palaces, vast fields, and cities teeming with life. Jewels and crystals decorated its gates and pillars, while its golden landscapes glistened under the sun. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blossoming jasmine, and the lakes, brimming with lotus flowers and lilies, were home to graceful swans and playful cranes. The island was a paradise where nature flourished in harmony, its charm surpassing even that of the heavens. Among all its wonders, however, the most extraordinary was the Princess Padmavati, the daughter of King Brihadratha and Queen Kamadi. Sage Sukha described her as a divine being whose beauty and virtues were unmatched in all the 3 worlds. She was a marvel of creation, a jewel among women, whose mere presence could enchant the hearts of even the most powerful beings. As he spoke of her grace and purity, he revealed an astonishing truth. Padmavati was no ordinary princess, but the incarnation of goddess Lakshmi, destined to become the consort of none other than Lord Kalki. The boon and curse bestowed upon Padmavati. Since childhood, Padmavati had been deeply devoted to Lord Shiva, spending her days in meditation and the chanting of sacred mantras. Recognizing her as a divine soul, Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati descended to the earth to bestow their blessings upon her. As they appeared before her in their resplendent forms, the princess, overcome with humility, stood with her head bowed, unable to utter a single word. Smiling at her devotion, Lord Shiva spoke with a voice that resonated through the cosmos. He assured her that her prayers had been answered and that Lord Narayana himself would be her husband. No other man in the universe was worthy of her, and thus, he granted her a unique boon. Anyone who gazed upon her with lustful intent whether they be demigods, demons, Gandharvas, or Nagas, would immediately transform into a woman. This divine protection ensured that only her destined husband, Lord Kalki, could claim her hand. With this blessing, Shiva and Parvati vanished, leaving Padmavati in a state of boundless joy. Her face, radiant like the full moon, shone with the fulfillment of her deepest wish. With her heart filled with devotion and gratitude, she returned to her palace, knowing that her union with Lord Kalki was written in the stars. Conclusion. This chapter of the Kalki Purana weaves together themes of divine order, fate, and devotion. It establishes Lord Kalki as the supreme creator, emphasizes the spiritual authority of the Brahmanas, and unveils the predestined love story of Kalki and Padmavati. The introduction of Samala Island and the unique curse bestowed upon Padmavati set the stage for the great events to come, ensuring that only the divine hands of Kalki could unite with her in sacred matrimony.